Hello, this is To Be Relief for Cosplay from Smile Bomb Cosplay. And I'm going to show you how to do Zuko Scar. That was the finished product that you just saw there. This is just the foundation and the shading of the face. That's just general cosplay. I'll make a longer tutorial about that, but now I'm just gonna go over this really quickly for time's sake. Yeah, I was just kind of going through YouTube and I found out that there wasn't really any very good Zuko cosplay tutorials. Remember to keep your hair out of your face. That's a major thing. I used a cosplay wig net actually because I couldn't find anything else. But alright, yeah, and you're gonna use shading to make your face look a little bit longer because Zuko's face isn't very long, but it's a bit longer than mine. And you see how the shading really helps with that, especially on the cheeks. When you suck in like that, it makes a line for you to trace. And it's the same kind of thing with the nose, except you gotta be very careful not to put too much there. I had put a little bit too much, so now I have to go back over it. But it's not that big of a deal, really. Alright, now get to the serious stuff. That is a crumpled up piece of paper that I had wet and crumpled up and dried with a dryer. Now you're going to want to shape it kind of circular, put it over your eyes, see how it fits. Cut out an eyepiece or tear it out. And then you're going to take a little bit of this translucent kind of tape here and you're going to stick it right there from the back side. And then you're going to crumple up pieces. Basically put it all around the eyepiece that we have now just made. You can cut it out, but I decided to tear the paper out because it leaves a little bit more jagged edges to the places where you don't put tape. If you don't put tape, I put tape all over it. Then you just cut it out. It's actually quite safe to do. It's not dangerous really at all because it stands out from your face a bit, and then you have to press it down later. And then you can just leave it jagged near the ear and maybe fold it in a little bit depending how much you have there because Zuko's ear is also burnt as well. And then you're going to draw out with red face paint, a red face paint marker or tool, some veins, some red veins in the eye piece. And then under the eye, you want to make that red, as well as a little over the eye as well, but to mainly do your inner eye, you're going to use this red kind of lipstick slash lip gloss kind of stuff that I found, and it works really well. Try to find a tub like that, and then basically you're going to take the same thing and shade all around the eye where it's darker, kind of shaping it out. You're going to also take it to shade all the veins that you had drawn before. Then you're going to take a pink lipstick and then color in all the remaining white space, basically, but not too hard so as to leave some white for texture. You see how it's textured right there, right past my eye, near my ear. It's very well textured. And then you're gonna just use a generic blush, any kind of blush. Most of these are L'Oreal products, if you were wondering. And you're just gonna take a few color shades of red and kind of like a brown color as well, and blush the entire scar. And around the eye, it's going to be a little bit darker colors. The orange is actually quite important. The orange here, because it implements several shades of brown, as well as going over the pink, and it turns it into this lovely scar color. The color is a little distorted on my camera, but in the pictures it comes out much better. You're going to want to blend in with your skin a little bit around the edges, so you're going to have a little blush go over onto your skin as well as being on the very edge of the eyepiece. And then you're going to want to shade in your ear. And there's the brown I was talking about going over the eye. And you see how it turns into a little bit more of a darker red there. Then you're going to take a black and then just go around the edge of your eye. That was eyeshadow. Just another generic eyeshadow. So basically you're going to just follow the same pattern I did. And then you're going to take more of that red lipstick or red gloss, put it around the eye, and smudge it a bit to make it very dark. As dark as you can go. Then make it kind of cat-like as it comes off the end. With the edges, how you would do maybe shading for a regular eye as well. See how it comes out to a point there at the end from the darker when it switches to light. Yeah. And you want to make sure to use a makeup that'll smudge, a lipstick that'll smudge, because you want to get into some crevices, not all the crevices, again for texture. But yeah. Now you're just going to keep going over it until you're satisfied with the final product. Try to go the extra mile though, because it's really worth it. And it only takes about 5 minutes per coat of, and that's what it should really look like right now. If it doesn't look like that, you might want to start over. And then you're going to want to retrace some of the veins because they're there for a purpose. Try to find the ones that you had done before. Again, when you're really doing this, it's a little bit easier to see all the detail. And as you see, the nose is very prominent right now. And I'll also shade that down later. But that's basically what it should look like right there. Now I'm going to do the other eye in a basic anime cat's eye. I'm going to skip over this, again for time's sake, and then just let your hair down or put your wig on and play with it. Make sure it looks good. And then here's the comparison of the animation and the real one. That's what this is, basically the final product right here. There, it looks much better in the picture, doesn't it? And it's been to be Orly for cosplay, and I hope you have a great time cosplaying Zuko from Avatar the Last Airbender.